Hey folks, John here. Thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again to This World My Take, where the headlines meets real world. It's always an honor to have you stop by and check out what we have to say on this platform. Please do think about being part of the platform and help the platform grow. Do hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and turn on your notification so that whenever we drop something, you'll be the first to know. Now, let's not get into a whole lot of age. Let's get straight into what we're here to talk about. Now, we are going to go to Mexico, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I want us to talk about Mexico today. Now, anything you think you know about Mexico, I bet you the moment you move to Mexico, you are going to learn a whole lot of different scenarios and you understand a whole lot of things for yourself. Now, growing up in America, man, we've had this constant propaganda about, blackmailing, blackballing, and, just tarnishing the image of Mexicans who come over to America to work. Now, growing with that kind of constant beat down on media houses, politicians, and so on and so forth, in most cases, the Republicans, and so on and so forth, you develop a preconceived mindset about the country. But I want to tell you guys something, man. I moved to Mexico a little over 5 months ago, and I've been learning and studying, and I will tell you, Mexico is nothing that I grew up hearing about. Mexicans are opposite of exactly what people keep talking about in America. Oh, they come taking in their jobs, this and that and so on. I don't want to use any derogatory word. But I would say this, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to understand that Mexico is a beautiful country and it has its own challenges, and we have a whole lot of situations in Mexico which I want us to talk about one of those things on this. I hope you did hit that subscribe button, man. Let's get into it. So, a Mexican senator, she goes by the name Senator Cynthia Lopez Castro. She did introduce in the House of Senate an amendment that would actually punish foreign racists who come into Mexico and disrespect Mexicans' laws and authorities. Let me repeat that. She came up with this whole amendment. She wants that there should be a law that will punish any foreigner who comes into Mexico and acts racist towards Mexicans, be it authority, be it citizen, and there is proof of it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this senator did this after there is a situation of a foreigner. But let me just say this. A whole lot of foreigners in Mexico come to Mexico and think that they can do whatever they want to do in Mexico. Some of them get racist. Some of them act in such a way that belittles the local Mexican community, which I find stupid, that you come into somebody's land and you try to make yourself feel self-important for no good reason. Now, this Senator Cynthia Lopez Castro, she came out with this proposal to punish and to take away residency or visas for any foreigner who falls into this category. I wanted to talk about this specific case. This lady goes by the name Ximena Pichel. Now, this lady, she's actually from Argentina. And if you understand anything about Argentina after the Second World War, you will realize that under the regime that was in Argentina, there were sympathizers of the Nazis movement. And most of those people moved, they were invited into Argentina. And then that sentiment, that racist sentiment grew up in Argentina and it became a thing. And also, if you do not know the history of Argentina and race and all this concept of some particular people feeling superior, Argentina used to have a thriving black community decades ago. But if you go to Argentina today, you will hardly find a black person. There was a systematic cleansing of those minorities in Argentina. Argentina wanted to have all the European, the blue eyes, the Bavarian descendant, which explains why this lady, being in Mexico, she thinks that she is superior. Now, this is what happened, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to say a whole lot. I want us to watch a few videos of this lady and I'll give you my take. Watch.
Odio a los putos negros como tú culeros, güey, porque negros está bien, pero culeros los odio.
Ximena Pichel, la mujer que agredió a un policía de tránsito, enfrenta cargos penales y del Consejo para Prevenir y Eliminar la Discriminación de la Ciudad de México. Carlos, el agente, presentó las denuncias y la Fiscalía Capitalina está investigando el caso. Y aunque ella se disculpó, ayer salió un nuevo video a la luz. Uno donde Ximena ataca a una guardia de seguridad del edificio donde vive.
Y esta es mi puta puerta, como porque yo, como te pertenezco aquí, no te voy a dar nada. Te tienes hasta la verga, maldita huevona de ti. Sentados ahí, y con los putos audífonos. Abajo te está abriendo la puta puerta. Te la abres y te lo voy. No le voy a dar nada. Y cuando me abran la puerta, ábrame la puerta y se lo doy. ¡Órale! Porque esta pinche gata de mierda.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mrs. Ximena Pichel. She is a model. Now think about this. You are a foreigner in Mexico, in a land, and you are being stopped by the transit officer. Just imagine this happened in America where a state trooper pulls you over and then you act this type of way. That was her acting racist towards a transit police officer. And to my understanding, just because she thinks she rides in a fancy car, she lives a fancy lifestyle, maybe she lives in the fancy part of Mexico City, she should be treated differently. Now, that mindset comes from her DNA from Argentina. You know, they always think that they are supposed to be treated superior to other people. And forget that you are in a strange land, in a foreign land. She comes in and she disrespects. Now, when you disrespect a state official, the federal government's official, you are disrespecting the federal government. And if that federal government is in power, you are indirectly disrespecting that country. Now let's go back to what I said. The Mexican senator, Cynthia Lopez Castro, she wants to be a law in Mexico that once you behave like this, because if you ask me, that is a very poor behavior. Now, when they go to different countries around the world, I don't think Miss Ximena would behave like this in America. She cannot do that nonsense in America or in any country in Europe. She would not dare to do that nonsense. But because she thinks that, oh, Mexico is beneath her, which, by the way, it is not the case. Oh, she thinks that she can vent and go up and down and so on and so forth. Happened in this video went viral in Mexico, let me just say that, ladies and gentlemen. And she has begun all the backlashes because this is not the first time the foreigners come into Mexico and they try to act like they are above the law just because they are blue-eyed, Caucasian, and blonde hair and so on and so forth. It is sad that the Mexican people have to stand up to this BS. Because if you ask me, the crowd are supposed to move to wherever she lives and kick her the hell out of Mexico. They need to make life more difficult for her. Of course, if this was in my country, that is exactly what we would mobilize and do like they did to the racist white guy who, called his neighbors the N-word. But this is what happened afterward, ladies and gentlemen. After this video went viral, oh, she came out and started apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry for this. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Oh, don't racists get sorry because they get caught and they get filmed doing their racist art? But do not be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. This lady is a known racist. Because then after that, they discovered that there are other videos of this lady acting the fool. I'm going to end this vlog by asking you, especially to the Mexican audience. I want you to leave a comment and let me know. How would you deal with such a racist in your community? Are you going to wait for the government to act? Or you, the people, are going to act like we do in America? Stay blessed, folks. The world is complicated, but we're going to keep talking about it. Love to all my Mexican friends.